Hiro, you did so well.
Thanks, Mom. The moments wrapped in my mother's warmth were so comforting and happy. It's no exaggeration to say that those times were the best moments of my life back then. As a child, still young enough to sleep beside my mother, I never could have imagined it. That my mother, warmer than anything in this world, would suddenly turn cold and fall into an eternal sleep. In the summer when I was 7, the cicadas seemed to cry unusually loud that year. At this rate, no matter how much I cry to the sky, Mom won't be able to hear me. As I was lost in tears over my mother's death, the summer sky was cruelly bright, tightening its grip on my heart until it ached. Leaving my heart, the heart of Hiroto Saejima behind, my father soon brought home a new mother. Hiroto, this is your new mother.
It's nice to meet you, Hiroto.
I don't remember her face well from that time. My young mind couldn't keep up with what was happening, but... And you are?
Oh, this is your new little brother, 4 years younger than you, Fuyuki.
Fuyuki, who had just turned 3, was holding the new mother's hand. The idea of a little brother, a creature I'd never encountered before, sparked a little interest in me. But that little brother, who once seemed to sparkle, grew to despise me as he got older and started to understand things. Mom, my big brother is bullying me.
Oh, how terrible! Bullying little Fuyuki. You're such a bad boy. You poor thing.
I didn't do anything.
What? Now you're making excuses. I wonder how a child could turn out like this. Your ex-wife must not have been a very good mother, was she?
Yeah, you might be right. Dad, why? Why would you say something bad about Mom? Because I was a bad kid, my beloved mother was made out to be the villain. Even my father, whom my mother loved, spoke ill of her. If Mom heard that, she would be so sad. It wasn't until I was a little older that I realized my father was just trying to not upset his new wife. And so, for 20 years, I spent my days being treated coldly and shunned by my new family. 5 years after I started working as an employee at my father's company, Saejima, it was the summer I turned 27. We've received a marriage proposal. It's from the young president of Iroha Inc., and she specifically requested a meeting with you, Hiroto. Huh? For a moment, Fuyuki looked frustrated by her father's words, but as he snatched the matchmaking photo to look at it, his expression changed to a smug grin. I see. This is perfect. You're more than enough to handle an ugly woman, right? Yes, I didn't miss the look of disgust on Fuyuki's face when he saw the photo of the potential bride. She's obviously a plain woman, drab and unadorned. Even if she is a company president, this is just impossible. If someone like me were to marry a woman like that, all the beautiful women in the world would weep. I could tell exactly what he was thinking, and then...
That's right. Fuyuki deserves a more glamorous and talented beauty. I'm so glad it's not Fuyuki.
My stepmother, who always does whatever her beloved Fuyuki says, also had a satisfied smile on her face. You're right. I'll arrange a marriage meeting with a better woman for Fuyuki. Hiroto, she's the young president of the fast-growing Iroha Inc. This isn't a bad deal for Saejima either. Just as Dad says, it's a marriage that benefits Saejima. That's what it means to know your place, big brother. Yes, I understand. I'll gladly accept. By this point, I had accepted that my father was an alien whose only mission was to please my stepmother, so I had given up. I didn't have a single thought of refusing. Afterward, as my brother and stepmother laughed at the woman in the photo, calling her plain and ugly, I felt a sharp pain in my chest.
It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Kaede Sugishita.
With her glasses and braids, and minimal makeup even for a marriage meeting, she was just as I'd imagined, a reserved woman on the inside as well. I'm Hiroto Saejima. It's a pleasure to meet you. When I replied with a smile, her gaze seemed to be studying me intently.
I'm sorry. I'm just a little nervous.
Kaede kept the conversation to a minimum, but I found her reserved nature to be quite comfortable.
I'm sorry for such a presumptuous request. Asking for a marriage meeting out of the blue.
No, I was happy about it, so it's really okay. Since I'll be joining your company, I intend to do my best in any way I can.
Oh, thank you so much.
Kaede spoke earnestly, though timidly. As I would be marrying into her family, I would be changing jobs to work at her company. Leaving my father's company would be like completely cutting ties with my family, but I found myself thinking that was okay. Thank you for everything up until now.
Do your best over there. If there's any news that benefits this family, we'll be waiting for it.
After some discussion, it was decided that I would marry into Kaede's family. My stepmother and Fuyuki were smiling triumphantly, not even trying to hide it. The Saejima house, where I spent my childhood with my beloved mother, I was able to preserve it until today by searching for traces of her everywhere. Mom, thank you. If you were still here, would you have seen me off on my new journey with a smile and tears in your eyes? Kaede, I'm sorry. Sitting next to her in the back seat of the car on the way to her family home, I spoke up.
What for?
Well, it's hard to explain what exactly. Ever since we were seen off by the Saejima family, Kaede hadn't said a single word. In fact... she seems somewhat angry, doesn't she?
We'll be at the Sugishita house soon. You don't need to be nervous.
Yes, thank you. I hadn't told her about what kind of person I was at the Saejima house, but she might have noticed something. In Kaede's calm words, I sensed a subtle, understated kindness. After about a 30-minute drive, we arrived at the Sugishita residence, an impressive two-family home. In front of the house, her parents greeted us with warm smiles, and then... Nice to meet you. I'm Minato. I'm Kaede's cousin. He was tall and slender with a model-like build, a 20-year-old university student. Apparently, for certain reasons, he was living with Kaede's parents. I'm Hiroto. It's a pleasure to meet you. He's so handsome. His smile is dazzling.
You must be tired, right? Please make yourself at home. Now then.
As soon as we entered the house after a brief greeting, I felt a change in Kaede's atmosphere. Then...
I can finally take off this disguise.
Huh? The neatly done braids, the glasses that gave her a serious look? She slowly removed them with her own hands, and then... What?
Hey, would you mind not staring at me like that?
Appearing before me was the stunningly beautiful Kaede Sugishita. Her plain, reserved appearance was apparently just a facade.
Please don't shout. Is there a problem?
No, not a problem, but... Huh? Why? Seeing me flustered and blushing, Kaede thought for a moment, then slowly approached me.
Oh? How strange. Our research suggested it would be better to approach you for a marriage meeting as a plain, timid, and reserved woman.
Research?
That expression, not bad. Perhaps you prefer this side of me?
Ha! The way she traced my chin with her index finger was so sensual that a strange sound escaped my lips. Afterward, once I'd calmed down, I sat down to talk with Kaede. I was just happy to have a marriage meeting with any woman, really. But if the proposal had come with you looking as you do now, I'm sure my brother wouldn't have passed the meeting on to me. He would have done anything to stop it.
I knew that, which is why I proposed the meeting in disguise.
What?
I told you, I had you investigated, and I quickly learned about how you were treated in your home. Ugh, that woman, President Saijima's second wife and your stepmother, doted only on your younger brother. Also, my investigation revealed that your brother has a thing for beautiful women. I hate to say it, but as I am now, I'm a beautiful woman.
Such confidence. She's so assertive and competitive, but that makes her even more wonderful.
And besides, I also learned that while you were treated horribly by your family, you are a talented person, trusted by the employees at Saijima.
Ugh.
That's precisely why I proposed this meeting to you. For certain reasons, I absolutely needed to marry a capable person from Saijima. I apologize for deceiving you. I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable.
No, it's... please, let's get along from now on. And my life, which had been treated as useless until now, could be of service. I had no complaints at all. In fact, I was overflowing with gratitude. Well, having worked at the General Affairs Department at my previous job, I was assigned to the General Affairs Department at Iroha Inc. as well.
Oh, Hiroto, there's something in this document I was hoping you could explain.
Of course, this is... It's been 2 weeks since I started working here. The people at the company are kind, and have already accepted me.
His work is quick and thorough, and his consideration for others is impeccable. Even if part of it is because he's my husband, the president, the level of trust he's gained, there's no doubt about his character and competence.
It's not just work. My life at the Sugishita home is also going very smoothly. Mother-in-law, let me carry that for you. The Sugishita house has long been a two-family home, so I'm close enough to see my parents-in-law every day. Our living spaces are completely separate, but I make it a point to greet them whenever I see them outside the house like this. My mother-in-law doesn't say much, but she always has a kind, smiling demeanor. She's a good person.
Hiroto, are you still working this late?
Yes, I'm making a document for someone who helped me out at Saijima.
Making a document? Didn't you already finish the handover?
Of course, this is for an older person who helped me before, and isn't very good with computers. I thought I'd make them a manual. It's not that they asked me to. I was just worried about them. They're like a benefactor to me. One day, while living like this, I was invited out to drinks by my father-in-law. When I got home, Minato handed me a letter. Hiroto, this is a letter for you. Oh, thanks, Minato. Incidentally, I heard he was the one who conducted the investigation before our marriage meeting. Who's that letter from? It's from someone who helped me at my previous job. I just took the liberty of sending him that document the other day. A document, you say? Yes. Oh, good. It seems like it was helpful. It's filled with words of thanks. That makes me happy. After thanking him for delivering it, I headed back to my room.
There's no need to be suspicious. I saw him putting together a basic PC manual for his benefactor the other day.
Kaede, you heard? If that's the case, then I'm relieved. I don't think it would happen, but it would be a problem if you were secretly communicating with his family.
Yes, you're right. I'm keeping a close eye on him, so it's fine. But he has nothing to do with that matter. You understand that, right?
Of course, I know. For me, daily life here was the very picture of peace. With no one to treat me harshly, my heart had become calm. Kaede, if you have a moment, please take a look in the freezer later.
The freezer? Is there something in there?
Yes, it was hot today for September, so I tried making some ice cream using kudzu.
Kudzu? Did I ever mention it that I like it?
Actually, your mother told me. All of your favorite foods.
My mother? Why would you go to the trouble?
Well, I want to build a good home with you, Kaede, so you could call it my own investigation.
You're a strange one.
I'll have some, my cool wife said with a smile, looking as beautiful as ever. Far too beautiful for me.
That's right. I was just thinking of cooling down after my bath. Would you like to join me?
Yes, I'd love to. Having received this unexpected invitation, I went out to the garden, trying to contain my excitement. Every time the scent of her, fresh from the bath, drifted to me on the summer night breeze, my heart would pound.
How is life here? Is anything inconvenient?
Not at all. I think my heart hasn't been this calm since my mother was alive. At my quiet words, Kaede, for once, seemed at a loss for words, and she cast her gaze down sadly.
I knew about your circumstances, but to be honest, when we had our meeting, I didn't feel any sympathy for you.
Right. It wasn't that she liked me, but then again, maybe most arranged marriages are like that.
But, you know, now I don't like it.
Huh?
The fact that you were treated so coldly. Because I finally realized what a genuinely good person you are.
Kaede.
There's one thing I wanted to ask. Hiroto, do you have any lingering attachments to the Saejima family?
That question was surely a sign of her kindness, trying to understand my true feelings. Realizing this, I answered without hesitation. Not at all. I have no lingering feelings for that house. I was lucky to get the marriage proposal.
Hiroto.
As I gazed at her, thinking how I could get lost in the beauty of her usually assertive eyes as they wavered softly.
Shall we sleep together tonight?
Huh?
What's the big deal? We're husband and wife. There's no problem, is there? There are things I haven't told you that I want to share. You'll stay with me, won't you?
Ugh. Since our wedding night, we hadn't really done anything couple-like, so I had completely let my guard down. But I could tell from her expression that the wall I'd felt between our hearts was starting to come down. Can I go take another shower? I'm worried about being sweaty.
Okay. Oh, you're so pure, it's almost funny. You're cute.
Although the calendar said it was autumn, the lingering summer heat still clung to our skin on this night. We finally, like a real married couple, fell asleep talking about all sorts of things through the long autumn night. Meanwhile, at the Saejima house.
Father-in-law. No, President. This is the new business proposal I've come up with for Saejima.
Fuyuki's business proposal would be good for the future of Saejima, dear. You'll approve of it, won't you?
Yes, of course. I'll consider it favorably.
We were lucky to get rid of that nuisance of a son, and now with this. This is how a man should be. Hiroto, there's something I'd like to confirm. Do you have a minute?
What is it, President? It's been almost a year since I started working at Iroha. By this time, Kaede had started to rely on me more and more at work.
Yes, I'm glad I listened to your opinion. Thank you as always, Hiroto.
Not at all. I'm happy to be of help to you, Kaede. After this is that meeting, right? I'll go get Monato's favorite tea cakes ready. Huh? Kaede? Suddenly, Kaede looked at me with a gentler gaze than usual and patted my head. And then...
Are you really okay? You're not pushing yourself too hard?
Yeah, of course. Don't worry. The reason she was so concerned about me, I would find that out a few months later.
Now, for addendum item number 3, we will have Mr. Fuyuki Saejima explain the proposal for the new business partnership and executive personnel changes.
Yes, this will be an innovative business that will shape the future of our company, in collaboration with a startup.
This was the Saejima shareholders meeting. Fuyuki, who was already an executive, was on the podium.
With this company will belong to my boy. If this agenda item is approved without a hitch, in the near future, Fuyuki will become the new president of Saejima.
That day, my stepmother, sitting in the guest section as the president's wife for the first time, smiled quietly to herself. But
Excuse me.
the door opened, and the one who entered with a dignified air was Kaede. A stir went through the room, and all eyes turned to her, but Kaede was not one to be flustered by such things.
I wish to speak, as there is serious doubt concerning this agenda item.
What? What are you talking? Who are you, barging in like this?
That startup company, is it truly a company worthy of trust?
The word serious doubt caused an even bigger stir in the room. The shareholders present turned their harsh gazes on the management, starting with my father. I will allow you to speak.
You!
Perhaps unable to bear the stares from the crowd, my timid father, as chairman, gave his permission. My stepmother, in the guest seats in the back, cried out, but her voice did not stop the proceedings.
Regarding the proposed partner company for this new venture, we commissioned an investigation by a third-party organization. As a result, a serious fact came to light.
With the words, "Please look at this," the image on the screen changed.
In the bank account under the name of the representative of the related company involved in this new business, multiple suspicious deposits have been confirmed under the guise of investment. The name on the account is Mr. Fuyuki Saejima, who was just speaking on stage. And the provider of the funds is...
Sagiko Saejima? Who's that?
Oh, wait a minute. That person, I believe she's the president's new wife.
The name of the fund provider displayed on the screen was my stepmother's. In other words, my stepmother was providing funds to what Fuyuki called a startup company. A murmur spread through the venue, and my stepmother, whose name had been mentioned, turned deathly pale.
What is this? It's all lies. They are not lies. We had a third party conduct a proper investigation. The current president's wife remittance records showing an unnatural flow of funds from an unclear source. And the results of an investigation into the actual state of the startup company in that new business proposal revealed it to be a shell company.
Yes, the representative of the startup company listed as an affiliate for the new business Fuyuki proposed was Fuyuki himself. And the truth was, it was a so-called dummy company, registered but with no actual business activities.
Hey, you! What's the meaning of this? An outsider just barging in? No one will believe a word you say. Is that so? As a new shareholder of Saejima, I hold voting rights. I acquired shares from multiple shareholders and became the top shareholder 1 month ago.
What? That's impossible. Saejima is a private company, and most of its shares should be held by executives, old-timers, and employees.
I simply bought shares from people who were dissatisfied with you, the president's wife, and the current state of Saejima. Hiroto, the reason I proposed marriage to you was because I was planning to take over Saejima.
On that beautiful moonlit night, Kaede confessed this to me in her room. I see. In that case, I'll help you, Kaede. I was treated coldly by my family, but everyone at Saejima was very good to me. I'm sure this is the better choice for their future. Even Kaede was taken aback by my unhesitating reply.
Hiroto, that PC manual you made was easier to understand than any book. Thank you. You're just like the late president's wife, a truly kind-hearted boy, to still care for and be kind to an old man like me.
The man who said this with a gentle smile was an old friend of my grandfather, a former executive of 84 years and a major shareholder in Saejima. After my grandfather passed away, he treated me like his own grandson.
With not only the late president's wife, but also you gone, I worry for the future of Saejima.
When I spoke to him about the Saejima shares, he readily agreed, saying that if he were to transfer them to anyone, it would be me. In other words, through her investigation, she gathered evidence that my stepmother and brother were colluding to embezzle funds. Kaede's plan was to buy up shares in parallel and expose the truth at today's shareholders meeting. She had proposed the marriage meeting thinking that if she had me, someone trusted by the major shareholders, it would be advantageous for Iroha to gather shares, and for its future.
Impossible. Who are you anyway? Why are you doing this?
Just as Fuyuki, who seemed to be completely unaware of all this, shouted at Kaede. She's my wife?
Brother-in-law? Why are you here? More importantly, your wife? Your wife is a much more plain and drab.
My wife is beautiful. She's strong, intelligent, and to me, she's more beautiful than any flower. Seeing me appear in the hall, many of the shareholders showed expressions of relief.
Hiroto! We were so worried when we heard you had left the Saejima family.
That's right. The late president's wife and you are what Saejima needed. Voices like these rose up one after another, and the hall was in an uproar, but I just smiled and calmly announced. Kaede, as planned, we reached a majority as of this morning.
I see. Thank you, Hiroto.
Majority? Don't tell me. You bought more shares?
I'm on the side of Iroha Inc. now, starting with Kaede. I just relied on the connections I treasured at Saejima, something I cherished since I wasn't blessed with a family. Yes, it was just this morning that the major shareholder, my grandfather's old friend, transferred his shares to me. Having him adjusted to the last minute was so we could get to the shareholder meeting without Saejima finding out.
Hey, you! I never heard anything about the top shareholder changing. Didn't you notice?
Well, I'm sorry.
My father muttered in a weak voice. Apparently, he had checked the shareholder registry shortly before the meeting, but he was certain it would displease his wife, so he couldn't bring himself to say anything before today. My stepmother's anguished scream of, "You deceived me," and Fuyuki, who had turned pale and frozen on the stage. The meeting proceeded nonetheless, and came to a close with Saejima being absorbed by Iroha Inc.
Glad to see it went well. Man, that was satisfying.
Seriously, it was a real serves you right moment. I wish you could have seen it, Minato.
After the meeting, Minato came to pick us up in the car. Although he was also involved in the Saejima takeover plan, he wasn't a shareholder, so he couldn't attend the meeting. However, after he heard what happened from Kaede, he seemed quite pleased with the result.
No, I'm good. I don't think I could have sat there calmly anyway.
Minato. The reason the marriage proposal came to me was originally so that Iroha Inc. could take over and absorb Saejima. What became clear during the planning phase was that Minato was the one who desired this more strongly than anyone, and was acting proactively. The reason Minato felt so strongly about it, he said he would tell me after the meeting was successfully over, but just as I was wondering if it was okay to ask,
Brother-in-law?
Waiting in front of the Sugishita house were my brother Fuyuki and my stepmother. With tears in his eyes, real or fake, he clung to me.
Hey, brother-in-law, Why did you do such a terrible thing? Well, we're brothers, aren't we? If this keeps up, the entire Saejima family will be out on the streets. You'll help us, right? It's awful of you to go so far as to snatch the marriage meeting and do this.
It was a convincing performance that someone who didn't know the circumstances might believe, which is precisely why a feeling of disgust welled up from the pit of my stomach.
Look, your brother is crying this much. Doesn't your heart ache? I don't know if you hate us or what, but to do something like this, what in the world?
Hey,
The threatening voice froze the air. It was Minato, whose patience ran out before mine.
I went out of my way to make sure we wouldn't have to see your faces, and yet you show up here yourselves.
What is it? Outsiders should stay out of this. Huh?
Ah, so you finally recognized me. I'm the spitting image of my father, so I figured you would.
What? Could you be that man's son?
That's right. I'm the son of the man you tricked, stole money from, and drove to a mental breakdown 2 years ago. You approached my father when he was grieving the loss of his wife, warmed your way into his heart, and then, once you'd sucked him dry, you threw him away like he was useless. You hid the fact that you were married to Mr. Saejima, and just used the money my father earned through his blood, sweat, and tears. Did you have fun?
That's...
Yes, Sagiko Saejima was a woman who had made a living by swindling money from men in various ways. She targeted weak-willed men with tearful pleas and fraudulent schemes. I see. So that's why Minato was living with his relatives, the Sugishita family. Apparently, Minato's father's mental health had deteriorated, and they couldn't live together at the moment. The reason they hadn't told me until today was out of consideration, worrying that I would be bothered by it.
Hiroto is a good person. He's so kind and capable. It's hard to believe he's your son. On the other hand, your biological son's a piece of scum, just like you, crying and pleading for your own selfish reasons. How pathetic.
She probably never imagined that my marriage partner would be related to a man she had once deceived. My stepmother was completely pale.
Miss Sagiko Saejima, the reason I offered the marriage proposal was that I intended to take over Saejima before you could. I could have moved to crush it, but Saejima is a company with a bright future if its management changes. When I learned that you were still using men as your pawns and doing as you please, I couldn't just stand by. My uncle, Minato's father, was a truly kind person. But you know, now it's not just about that. The fact that you mistreated my precious husband for so many years, and the fact that you show no remorse for it. I have no room in my heart to forgive you.
Kaede.
Like mother, like son, I suppose. Your biological son. I may like Kudzu, but I despise scumbags. The only thing I'm grateful for is that you didn't send him to the marriage meeting.
After that, my father came to get the two of them, his face pale. He saw me, burst into tears, and bowed down to the ground. Then, they left as if fleeing. Now, a little about what happened after that. After the shareholders meeting, Sagiko Saejima was criminally charged, and the police searched her house. As a result, they found evidence that she had embezzled money from Saejima and funneled the funds, and she was arrested and prosecuted.
Why? I've been getting away with it so well until now.
She became a hot topic online, known as a hyena-like woman who targeted weak-willed men and sucked them dry. The guilty verdict was handed down. Even if she repents, society will not easily peel off that label. Incidentally, Minato's father is on the road to recovery and has apparently sued Sagiko for alimony and damages. As for her son Fuyuki, I just did what my mom told me to. It's not my fault. The shell company, registered with its address listed as a monthly parking lot, was brought to light. He was sentenced to prison for crimes including attempted fraud and forgery of private documents. And as for my father, who spent all his time trying to please his new wife and ended up losing everything. After you and your mother were gone, I wasn't able to protect Saejima. For so long, I'm sorry for making you suffer. He admitted his own incompetence and powerlessness, and apologized to me over and over again through tears. Don't worry about me anymore. I promise I'll protect the employees of Saejima. But I will never be able to forgive you for speaking ill of my mother. For my father, who was banished from Saejima, a life of atoning for the sin of knowing about his family's embezzlement and doing nothing about it awaits.
Hirato, welcome home. Dinner's ready. It's a heaping helping of my love, you know.
Kaede, I'm the one who made 90% of this. All you did was scoop the rice that was already cooked.
Thank you. The rice you scooped for me, Kaede, it looks delicious.
Hiroto, I worked hard too.
Now, I'm doted on by both Kaede and Minato. I feel every day that this is where I belong. And now that Kaede and I have become a married couple who truly care for each other, regardless of how it started, I think, even if the wounds of the past never disappear, you can wrap them in happiness.
Hiro, you've done so well.
In my dreams, my younger self, embraced by my mother from that day, still smiles happily. I'm okay now, Mom. The warmth of that day is still here in my heart.
Suto, I'm sorry, but can I ask you to do this? If you're busy, I can ask someone else.
I have to do this other task right now, but I can do it by the end of the day. I think I'm gonna work overtime today, but this much is fine.
Really? Thank you for always agreeing. Your hard work always saves us.
I'm Haruki Suto, 25. I work at Aono Tech, an IT company of about 50 people. This is the head of the development department that I'm in.
You always take on any work, so the higher-ups like you too. Are you really okay? You work a lot of overtime and you come in on weekends. I'm worried you're not getting rest.
The more I work, the better I get. Especially with IT, experience shows. My girlfriend understands too. I met my girlfriend through a friend. We live together now. I would go out with her most weekends. I think the mark of a man is how successful he is. I want to work hard and secure a future.
Oh, that's lovely. I hope the others can learn from your work ethic. Okay, good luck.
She left after saying that.
It's so obvious that you're kissing up to our bosses. You want to get promoted that bad? You have no pride?
Right after, Kyosuke Yokobori appeared. He was another developer and a year my senior.
You're such a square. I bet you did your summer homework in the first week of summer vacation.
You're right, but I'm not doing anything shady. What's wrong with focusing on work and striving for success?
This is why you're a square. If you want to do work so bad, do mine too.
Isn't this work that was given to you?
Stop complaining. If you love work so much, be grateful and accept it. Bye.
Truthfully, I wanted to hand it back, but I figured it'll cause a scene, so I unwillingly accepted. Yokobori had a nasty grin on his face as he left. Time passed. We were in the middle of a project. I never thought this would happen. Aono Tech was in an unprecedented situation. Some employees quit, and others went on maternity leave. The employees that were left had so much more to do than expected. I was way over my limit with work too. Still, I somehow managed to do my tasks. It was almost a project deadline. We were barely going to make it. In my third year here, I was going to stay overnight for the first time. Just a little more, as long as we get through this deadline. If this project is successful, I think I'll go up a level too. I desperately hung on to that thought. But when I stood up at my desk, I felt a sudden wave of dizziness. I've been working overtime and coming in on weekends. I had reached my limit and finally collapsed at work. Is this the hospital? When I came to, all I saw was a white ceiling. I soon realized what had happened.
You fainted from stress.
I woke up the next morning. They said it wasn't critical, but I stayed in the hospital for a few days just in case. Earlier, Yokobori and my girlfriend Mikoto told me separately that they would come see me. It's a weekday. Yokobori was probably ordered to come, or he's just playing hooky, but Mikoto probably took the day off. I feel bad. Mikoto works in general affairs at a small advertising agency. A few hours later, she came to see me. The two of them shouldn't know each other, but they showed up together.
Haruki, I'm going to date him.
I met her when she came to our office before. She was neglected. So sad. That's why I comforted her.
What?
I knew you were a workaholic. I wanted to support you. But I didn't think you'd neglect me this much just because you had a deadline. I can't be with you anymore.
I thought she knew that it was for our future together, but I guess I overestimated her.
Haha, you fainted at work and your girlfriend dumped you. You're a loser. Well, that's it. Bye.
Even though I was younger, our bosses trusted me, and I had a girlfriend. Yokobori must have been jealous this whole time. All I could was watch the two of them leave. Later, the project finished while I was in the hospital. The busiest period was over. I could have gone back to Ono Tech, but I knew that at this rate I wouldn't last. People tried to stop me, but I decided to quit. I have no job, no Mikoto. There's no reason for me to stay here. I thought about ending my apartment lease and going back home while I looked for a job.
Gotcha.
Whoa, you scared me. Toya, why are you here? Toya Hamazaki suddenly appeared. He was my classmate in high school, my best friend, and word has it he's the hottest guy of the century.
I just happened to pass by. What are you doing standing here?
I was thinking about ending my lease here.
What? Aren't you living here with your girlfriend? What happened?
I explained the situation to him.
Wow, that's terrible. She knew you were a workaholic when you started dating, right?
Yeah, I thought I was spending any time I had with her, but it wasn't enough. I spent all my time outside of work on her. That was my code of honor and the way I showed her love.
Haruki, are you really ending your lease? Come to my house then.
Really? Wait, I can't. I know it's your place, but if I live there, I have to pay rent in that place.
It's fine, it's fine. This is the perfect opportunity.
Opportunity? What do you mean?
Anyway, I'm your best friend. You don't have to be so proper, okay? Take it easy for a bit.
Really? Can I then? So I ended my lease. I stored my furniture at my family's house and headed to Toya's with my essentials. Thank you.
Welcome. I was waiting for you.
Huh? Toya didn't come to the door. It was Honoka, Toya's older sister. We went to the same high school for a while. I remember when the three of us would hang out. Like Toya, word has it that she's the hottest girl of the century. Huh? Toya lives with you?
Yeah? Toya said he was lonely living in a big house by himself.
Haha, well...
What's wrong? Do you have a stomach ache? If this is inconvenient, I can...
No, that's not it. Live here, please.
I couldn't read between the lines of his vague response, but anyway, it became the three of us. It smells so good.
You're here, so I tried. Please eat up.
Thank you. Are you angry? I'm not. Toya puffed up his cheeks like a little kid. Honoka took care of all the housework. I felt my tired body being revived. After dinner, it became routine for us to spend time together.
You're gonna look for a job, right? If you do a little nail care, you'll look so clean. Show me.
Thank you. I never thought about that, but I'd feel more confident if you took a look.
I work hard too, but you won't praise me? I told you before, right?
I saw. You were so cool.
Haruki, you're a true friend.
You two should be super busy, but it doesn't look like it.
We prioritize our personal lives too.
Work is important, but you need balance. You can do your best at work if you take care of yourself first.
You're right. I think I forgot that because I was focused on work only. I'm learning.
Wait, you don't have to take notes.
As I continued to live with them, I felt the importance of having a fulfilling personal life. But I was a workaholic at heart. It was hard to change. I'm off.
Good luck.
I hope it goes well.
2 weeks after I quit, I went out for an interview.
Hey, I told you not to get too close to my Haruki.
Oh my, when did you decide that he was yours?
This is my house. As soon as you heard Haruki was coming, you forced yourself in.
I had no idea, but the truth was that Toya didn't ask Hanuka to stay.
You're so...
Shoot, I forgot my...
Good luck at work today.
I'm so lucky to have such a caring brother.
Haha, you guys are really close. I'm leaving now.
I own this house. I can kick you out if I wanted to.
Kick me out if you can.
I never even imagined that the two of them were glaring each other down like this when I was gone.
If you do that, I'll tell him you're gushing over Haruki at work.
Stop it. Damn it. It was my only chance to have a sweet home life with just Haruki and me.
You can't do anything. How sad. Here, you go to work now too.
Damn it, you're so cruel.
After this battle, the two of them left for work too. That night,
Why are we going home together?
Geez, even if we work in different places, we're going home to the same place. Wait for me, Haruki.
I said that's my house. Ugh, I want to see Haruki and feel comforted.
the two of them had run into each other. They clawed at each other so much, you might think they were actually besties. When they got home, their faces clouded over. Oh, welcome back.
What's wrong? Your face. Did the interview not go well?
I looked down, so the two of them were worried. I hurriedly denied and smiled. No, the interview went well, but... An hour ago, I got a call from my ex. She's never called me, so why? My ex hasn't called me once since we broke up, but I had missed a call from her. I was wondering what to do when they came home.
Your ex is the one you told us about?
Yes, I realized later, so I didn't pick up.
Are you wondering if you should call her back? You're a nice guy.
No, I have nothing to say. I made her feel lonely, but she basically cheated.
If you knew that, then it's fine. Like you said, even if she was unsatisfied, there are ways to do things. You shouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Haruki. I'm sure it's nothing good. Just to leave it.
Thank you, you're right. I felt relieved. I left the missed call alone. A month after I had quit, Aonotech was in a dire situation.
Damn it, why are we so busy?
After the project ended, a new project started within days. It was not going according to plan at all. A lot of the employees had to work overtime. I was a standout workaholic at work. My absence was a pretty big loss. Our company already didn't have enough hands and it got worse. On top of that, because I got sick, some other employees feared for themselves and quit too.
I didn't know all those people would quit.
Normally, this would not be the right time to accept another project. But the contract had been already signed. They couldn't back out.
Yokobori, what's with this messy work? We can't use this at all. Please redo it.
There was too much work for this company size. Of course, Yokobori was given tasks too. Yokobori was never efficient. He worked overtime every day to finish his work, but the quality was never approved.
Because we have this much work to do, so I have to just finish it.
There's no point if you make something that can't be used. Just do it again.
Damn it, should I have quit too? No, I'll never go down the same path as Suto.
He had thought about quitting, but he didn't want to go down the same path as me, so he clung on to this job. He worked overtime every day. He started going in on weekends, and it was his girlfriend that became unhappy.
Hey, Yokobori, I thought you weren't going to neglect me. This isn't how I thought things would be.
Shut up, I'm busy with work. Before you start crying, comfort me a little if you're my girlfriend.
You're so mean! Haruki never said that to me. I shouldn't have believed him. Haruki, why won't you answer my call?
Mikoto was unhappy, so she called me to get back together.
Why aren't you answering? Please pick up.
Every day, Yokobori and Mikoto drifted further apart. Anytime they were together, you could hear angry shouts. Mikoto had nowhere else to live, so she continued to live with Yokobori, but you couldn't really call them lovers anymore. A week later, I was waiting for Honoka and Toya at a restaurant.
Wait, Haruki? I didn't think I'd see you here. I was wondering what happened because you wouldn't pick up my calls.
Before they could come, I ran into Mikoto. But even when I saw her running toward me, I felt nothing at all.
Haruki, let's get back together.
Why? Aren't you going out with Yokobori right now? I don't know if you happened to run into him when you came to see me at the hospital, but you broke up with me. Why me again?
We just broke up, so I'm not dating anyone right now.
Even if that's true, it doesn't matter to me. I was about to decline.
Hey, you!
Yokobori? Why are you here? I guess Yokobori hasn't accepted the breakup yet. He came after Mikoto.
What? Suto? Why are you here?
I didn't. I was waiting for my friends here.
Huh? The company's in shambles, but you're out here waiting for people? Must be nice.
He was being aggressive, but he was so angry that I tried not to provoke him. The company? Aonotech?
A bunch of people quit after you, and the project is way behind schedule. I'm working overtime all the time, and this woman I took from you is asking me to give her attention. So I took her out on one of my precious weekends.
What does that mean? I told you I don't like it when you talk like that.
I guess it was true that they weren't getting along, but Yokobori couldn't stand that Mikoto was trying to choose me.
After spending time with Yokobori, I realized that I actually want you. I'm sorry. I won't choose anyone else anymore. I truly loved you. That's why I took time off to go see you in the hospital. You understand that I was lonely because you were busy with work, right? That's no reason to ignore my calls. I just wanted to get back together.
Me. Do you not care about how I feel? She kept talking about herself. I realized that my feelings for her were long gone.
Hey, you two, what are you doing?
Get away from him. Haruki, who are these people?
The two of them were furious. I explained and they frowned even more deeply.
I see. What do you want with him now? You took his girlfriend, you cheated. I was already angry at that, but now you're back?
This is none of your business, and you're acting all important with your sunglasses and masks.
I feel like I've seen them somewhere before.
Then, the two of them seemed to realize something.
Are you the owner of Nail Derun, Honoka Hamazaki?
Are you the model, Toya Hamazaki?
Oh, if you know, that makes it easy.
Honoka was the beautiful owner of the extremely popular nail salon, Nail Derun. It was very difficult to get a reservation there. Toya was a model under Fizz Agency. Toya told me he became a model after he was scouted while he was in college. Honoka used to post her own nail art on social media as a hobby. That went viral, so she quit her job and opened a nail salon. Both of them were super popular with over 100k followers. They've been on TV too, so they were famous.
I couldn't tell what the disguise is. Wait, why are these famous people with Suto?
Easy. The three of us live together in a luxury apartment, so it's not weird that we're together, right?
Stop bragging, it's my house.
Huh? I thought you were lost with no job, but you're living in a luxury apartment with them?
Haruki, you really know these two?
Well, is that surprising?
Haha, Haruki and I are actually high school classmates.
I went to the same high school too, so we'd all hang out. We've known him since before we were famous. I know that we look good almost objectively, but because of this, Toya and I get a lot of weird attention. People who only talk to us for our looks, people who want the status of going out with us. We hated that people who so obviously had an ulterior motive would ask us out.
I've never heard that before. I've never thought about their looks. We had just become friends naturally, so this was the first time I was hearing this.
But Haruki is super honorable, so he's never judged someone based on looks. In this day and age, first impressions are everything, but Haruki would tell me that it was rude to judge based on looks.
That's why I haven't been able to get him to love me yet.
That's why we were able to have fun with Haruki.
And I was interested in this friend of Toya's, so I joined in. Haruki is important to us, so if you bother him, we won't let you get away with it.
I honestly don't know who the hell you guys are, but I hope you're ready to have us as your enemies. I'm not kind like Haruki. If you hurt Haruki more, I won't forgive you.
He says he isn't kind, but I felt my heart being healed. If this is because I'm special to them, I think they're a lot kinder than I am.
But I was just lonely because I was neglected. I always cooked and did the housework so Haruki could focus on work. So can you hear me out a little bit, please, Haruki?
I'm sorry about that, but if that was the case, I wish you had talked to me first. You skipped these steps and started dating Yokobori. I can't get back together with you.
Haruki! Let's go. We're having dinner and we let them bother us.
What? Don't you need a membership and reservation here?
Yeah, it's our go-to. We told them that Haruki is a special guest of ours, so they invited him.
I've been waiting in front of a members-only expensive restaurant. They were gonna serve a special course to celebrate me finding a job.
Bye! Don't ever talk to us again.
The two of them stare blankly at us walking into the restaurant.
I was taking care of you and you keep complaining.
How dare you! This is all your fault!
The two of them started to fight so much that the cops were called. After that, Yokobori continued to work at Aonotech but got sick, and he had to quit to rest.
Damn it, why did this happen?
Aonotech never had enough people, and they didn't have enough money for external resources. There were talks to extend the deadline, but the project couldn't be finished. Aonotech lost a lot of trust and was bought out. Mikoto broke up with Yokobori. She had nowhere to go, so she went back home. She looked for a new boyfriend, but she couldn't meet anyone good.
Haruki! Haruki!
I was a workaholic, but I never yelled at her no matter how busy I was. I spent any time I had with her. Mikoto finally realized how much I had cared for her. I heard she regrets being swayed by a moment of unhappiness and choosing Yokobori. 3 months after I quit, I had to tell the two of them something. I got a job, so I'm thinking about moving out. Thank you for everything.
You can stay a little longer.
Yeah, I have a spare room.
I can't cause you any more trouble. You did all that for me.
No, we never thought of it as trouble. I like you. So stay here, Haruki.
Hey, stop it. I couldn't enjoy my time with you because of her. You won't leave, right?
What? What are you two talking about? Aren't you two close? You need to have a fulfilling life outside of work. I learned that important lesson from the two of them. Sometimes you have to make difficult choices in life, I feel like I'm gonna be learning a lot more from the two of them.
Phew, finally done. That lecture was a bit tough today. My name is Fumi Shinomiya. I'm a third-year student in the law department. I don't actually plan to become a lawyer, but I enjoy my classes and make sure to save up from part-time jobs. I also try to take part in university events whenever I can, living the full campus life. Morning classes are over, so I'll hit the cafeteria and grab lunch.
Shinomiya, good work today.
Hiragi, good work to you too. This is Mashiro Hiragi. She's a beautiful fourth year in the same department. We worked together on the school festival committee once. Since then, we've started chatting whenever we run into each other. Oh, your bandage is off?
Yeah, I can finally move it again. I'm so glad it wasn't my dominant hand.
Apparently, she sprained her left wrist after a fall and had to wrap it up.
Shinomiya, do you have time now? Want to grab lunch together if you're free?
Huh? Didn't you usually bring lunch?
Normally, my little sister makes me one. She loves to cook. But today there's a place I really wanted to try.
I see. In that case, I'd love to join you. That guy, hanging out with Mashiro again. Thanks for always inviting me. But are you sure you're okay with me?
I wanted to be you, Shinomiya.
Really? That means a lot, hearing you say that.
He's not getting it. I really need to switch up how I'm approaching this.
Damn it! I wanted to interrupt them, but missed my chance. The one sending me, or rather us, intense glances is Eiji Hemi, a senior in our department. He's in the same year as Mashiro, but they're basically strangers. Damn it! Why does she like a guy like that? She should be with me! Only I can protect her. Of course, I had no clue about Hemi's muttering, and Mashiro and I headed to lunch. Lunch today was so good. After lunch, Mashiro had plans, so we parted ways. I stopped by the library and did some shopping before heading home. I'm back.
Hi, you're home. Welcome back, big bro. You're home a little late today.
Greeting me is my little sister, Nozomi Shinomiya, a second-year high school student. Our parents are often away on overseas business trips, so the two of us live together.
Welcome back. I'm here again.
What? You're here again today. You surprised me. This is Koika, Nozomi's best friend. Our place has kind of become their hangout spot.
I came again because I wanted to see you, Fumi.
Jeez, what am I gonna do with you? What were you two up to today?
Today's class was tough, so we did a review session together until Koika's appointment. Wait, Koika! It's already 7 p.m. Huh? What? It's already 7. Oh, no. I totally lost track of time waiting to talk to you, Fumi. We didn't even get to talk much today. I'm so sad. Fumi, let's talk lots next time. Thanks for having me.
Koika dashes off like a storm. Nozomi and I see her off. She left a little earlier than usual this time.
Fumi, welcome back.
Another day. I come home, and Koika is here again. Wait, I said that so naturally because she's always here lately.
Koika's basically part of our family by now. Really? Then I'll just marry Fumi and be really part of the family.
Okay. Let's cool it with the jokes. Are you okay on time today?
Yeah, my sister's working late today. I'll be alone when I get home. Wonder what I'll do for dinner.
The second Koika says that, she and Nozomi seem to exchange a silent signal I don't catch.
Then you should just eat with us, right, big bro?
Huh? Well, I did buy groceries. Sure, let's eat together.
Yay! Thanks, Nozomi. Fumi.
And so, tonight, we all have dinner together.
I'm good at cooking, so let me make dinner. What were you planning on cooking?
Huh? I was gonna make omurice tonight.
Perfect! Koika's seriously great at cooking. Let her do it.
Really? Are you sure, Koika?
I'm the one who offered. Of course I'm sure. Leave it to me.
She starts cooking right away, effortlessly. Then,
Ta-da! Koika's special fluffy omurice.
whoa, this looks amazing. Like restaurant level.
Yay! Fumi looks so happy. If I can steal his heart along with his stomach.
Her dish looks like something from a legit restaurant. So good it's obvious even before tasting.
It really does look delicious. Nice job, Koika. Let's eat. So good. Koika, this is amazing.
Seriously, it's delicious. Like something you would pay for.
Really? I haven't made omurice in a while, so I was nervous. Glad it turned out.
It really was delicious. Worlds better than what I usually make. To think I would be spending time with Koika like this now. Our first meeting was super normal. She came over with Nozomi to study for exams. Then one rainy night, after a drinking party with friends, I got home to find... Huh? Koika? You're Nozomi's friend, right?
Fumi?
She was squatting in front of her house, hesitating to ring the doorbell. You'll catch a cold. Come inside for now. Are you sure a towel is enough? Kokoa should help warm you up. She had had a big fight with her sister and ran away with nowhere to go, so she tried to contact Nozomi. But when she got here, Nozomi was passed out and didn't see her messages. I fight with Nozomi too, so I get it. Sometimes you just can't forgive stuff. I just listened as she vented. Then once she calmed down, I walked her home. Ever since then, Koika started coming over more often. I walked her home that day, and I heard they had another fight afterward, but things seem fine now.
Hey, Fumi. You keep staring silently. It's honestly making my heart race a little.
Huh? Seriously? Hey, don't tease someone older than you. Alright. If you're done eating, time to head home. I'll walk you.
Okay. But I wasn't teasing though.
After enjoying the omurice Koika made, like always, I walked her home.
Oh right, big bro. Your university open campus is coming up soon, right?
Huh? Oh yeah, it's about that time.
Koika and I want to go together. Can you show us around? The date is...
Let's see. Yeah, sure. I don't have any classes that day, so I'll give you the tour.
Yay, thanks! Nozomi, seriously, you're the best ever. You nailed it.
Why is that guy always surrounded by such beautiful girls? The one glaring at me again was him. Looks like he spotted us by coincidence. Mashiro really does belong with me. I'm the only one who can protect her. In that case... I had no way of knowing what he was planning at the time.
Well then, Shinomiya, see you tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks. Good luck with your part-time job. Lately, Hiragi's been inviting me for tea even during our free periods. She's always so kind to someone like me. After this, we both had part-time jobs, so I went straight home, but... Mashiro, good job today! The moment I was gone, Hemi appeared out of nowhere.
Huh?
Wait, what? Please wait, I have something really important to tell you, Mashiro! Damn it! Last time I tried to interfere when she was with that guy, I got ignored, so I waited till she was alone, only for this to happen? Apparently, that's what happened. Though of course, I had no way of knowing any of this. Please, just listen! It's about Shinomiya!
Shinomiya?
Yes. Wait, could you not show interest only when I mention his name?
I'm not interested in you, but if it's about Shinomiya, that's a different story.
Tch, but once you hear what I have to say, you'll be totally disappointed in him.
Nothing could make me disappointed in Shinomiya.
Heh, I don't know what you see in him, but he's not some great guy. He's actually a scumbag who flirts around with girls.
What?
I saw it. At the station, he was walking arm in arm with two beautiful girls.
What are you even talking about?
I'm telling you, I saw it. Mashiro, I'm the only one for you. I'm the one who can protect you, just like before. Eiji goes on full confidence mode, but the next words from Mashiro were bombshell.
Just like before? I don't recall ever needing your help.
Huh? No, wait. Yes, you do. Remember? That day you were almost hit by a car.
Almost hit? That day?
It was a few months ago, when Mashiro was heading to her part-time job. As she approached the crosswalk, a car came up nearby. Mashiro noticed and was about to stop, but... Watch out!
What? Hey! Ow!
Mashiro, are you okay? Thank God you didn't get hit. You almost got run over. You need to look where you're going. Who knows what would have happened without me?
Wait. Do you actually think you saved me that day?
I did save you. If I hadn't pushed you, you would have been hit.
So that's why you keep saying I need you. Listen, you didn't save me that day.
What?
If anything, I got hurt because you pushed me.
According to Mashiro, the car was coming from her left, but it had already slowed down and was about to stop at the crosswalk.
I was going to stop too. You pushing me actually made it more dangerous. I sprained my wrist from catching myself. I know you didn't mean harm, so I wasn't going to say anything. But this misunderstanding, please stop.
No, I really thought I saved you. I believed I was the only one for you, that I had to protect you.
Let me ask, do you like me?
Yes, I like you, Mashiro. That's why I thought I had to be the one for you.
Then let me be clear. I'm not the slightest bit interested in you.
What?
The one I like is Shinomiya. He's kinder than anyone and always thinks of others first. Back during the school festival committee, he took on all the jobs no one wanted. He never talks bad about people. You, on the other hand, only see what suits you. You only act for yourself.
That's not true.
You never even asked how my wrist was. Not once. I'd never fall for someone like that.
Hemi's completely crushed by Mashiro's blunt rejection and the truth she told him. And Mashiro didn't even spare him a glance as she left. Today's the day I promised to take the girls to the open campus.
I've been looking forward to this so much. My second date with Fumi. Koika kept counting down the days out loud.
Hey now, today's about thinking seriously about your future. Don't get too carried away.
Okay. Now that you mention it, Koika's sister goes to this university too, right? She does. When I said you'd be showing us around today, she insisted on coming too. So I had no choice but to make us meet here. Sorry, Fumi.
Nah, it's fine. Wait, so your sister goes here too? What's her major? Hey you! Knew it! You're a scumbag after all! Hemi? A scumbag? What are you talking about all of a sudden? Heh! Plain dumb, huh? You're just a damn player using girls like pawns. I still don't get what anyone sees in you. I just don't get it. I'm speechless. I had no idea what he was so mad about. But for now, I think you're misunderstanding something. I don't play around with women.
What's going on here?
It's Hiragi, looking suspicious of the situation. Oh, Hiragi. Well... See? I told you! Shinomiya is a player! He was with that same girl before! Now do you believe me? Eiji passionately appeals to Mashiro, but then...
Hey, you're late, sis.
Huh?
Koika's words shocked me, but even more so Eiji.
Sis? Don't tell me. That girl's Mashiro's sister? Yep, I didn't know either. But turns out Koika's sister is actually Hidaki. No wonder I was surprised. I had never heard Koika's last name before. So then, that means Shinomiya was hanging out with Mashiro's sister? That's messed up. Mashiro, don't go for some guy who messes with family. Go for me.
If only he was messing with me. Shinomiya isn't like that at all. And you, Koika, don't tell me you've been hanging out at Shinomiya's place again. Sneaking around is so unfair. But you get to see him all the time at college. That's the real unfair part. I want to see him too.
Hold on, you two.
More importantly, you're calling him by his first name. I haven't even done that yet. And he even calls you Koika. Well, he still calls you by your last name. But you get to go through the college life with him, so that's pretty lucky.
Wait. Just to clarify, Shinomiya's a womanizer who even hit on Mashiro's precious sister, right? No. That's not it at all. Hemi, please calm down. Finally, I realized why I was being called a womanizer. As I try to explain, the two girls arguing in front of me turned to glare at Eiji.
Are you seriously still going on about this? I told you Shinomiya's not that kind of guy. Yeah, and who do you even think you are? Fumi's a super sincere guy. Even when I wanted him to make a move, he didn't. Exactly. He's so clueless he doesn't even realize when someone's coming on to him. Fumi is honestly too nice. There's no one more sincere than him.
Fumi? She's never even called me by my last name before.
You really only ever see things the way it suits you, don't you? Sis? Is this guy the enemy? He's the enemy, right? Can I cast a turn into chocolate spell on him? Calm down, Koika. Chocolate's too tasty. Let's make him turn into salmiakki instead.
Isn't that the world's worst tasting gum? Why do you even know that, Hemi? No, wait. I can't keep up with this nonsense.
Big bro, is salmiakki really that bad? Worse than Birdie Bat's every flavor beans?
Nozomi, please don't make it worse. Hemi's HP must be at 0 by now, but Hidaki shows no mercy and keeps going.
Looks like I need to say this again, so let me make it clear. No matter how much you talk badly about Fumi, I love the Fumi I know. I won't believe a single thing you say.
No way! I only said that because I care about you, Mashiro!
If you really care about me, then never talk to me again.
Hidaki walks away without looking back. Eiji shouts to her. Mashiro, wait! Please, at least call my name one last time!
Goodbye, Mr. Salmiakki.
Selmy! That's not even my name! Even if he caused us so much trouble, I honestly couldn't bear to watch anymore. But...
Alright, let's finally go, Fumi. Nozomi, I'm really sorry you got caught up in all that. No worries. Honestly, it was kind of exciting. My first real-life love triangle meltdown. By the way, Koika's sister is so cool. Really? I guess she is kind of cool, when it counts. She knows how to say what needs to be said.
Dragged along by the girls, I didn't even have time to feel pity. Behind us, Hemi was kneeling, soul visibly leaving his body. Afterward, since it happened right near the university gates, Hemi's meltdown became a fast-spreading rumor. But what hit Hemi harder than the gossip was that he couldn't save Mashiro, was totally rejected. And worst of all, never even got called by name. Salmiakki, I really am the world's worst guy. He still comes to campus apparently, but he just mumbles to himself all day. He's not the same person anymore. Maybe I should try Salmiakki, or just legally change my name so someone calls it. As for us, everything went smoothly after that. The campus tour wrapped up without incident. Afterward, we all went back to my place and had dinner together. I still can't believe the reason Koika ran away from home was me. Sorry about that. Apparently, after I helped her that day, the sisters realized they liked the same guy, me, and got into a huge fight. When Hiragi found out I walked her home, the fight continued for a while. Since then, they made a secret sibling truce to hide their relationship from me and fight fair.
Fumi is mine. I'm the one dating him. No way, I am. We even work together on the festival committee. Huh, is my big brother like super popular?
Calm down, you two! Apparently, Nozomi already knew the whole story from Koika and was just enjoying the drama.
I can't calm down. She's my sister, but also my rival in love. That's right, Fumi. This battle won't end until you choose one of us. So, who are you gonna date?
What? Hold on! Can I at least have a little time to think? Having two beautiful girls fighting over me. It might never happen again, but making a rash decision would be unfair to both of them. I want to take the time to face them both properly.
Mascot characters based on oysters tend to look pretty weird, but the lemon element really makes this one cute. Hanging from the glass rack above this counter was Lemon Kaki, a mascot that combined Hiroshima's famous oysters and lemons. I watched it sway gently, appreciating its charm. I'm Ren Kimano, 26 years old. I work as a bartender at a restaurant bar in Tokyo.
Stop staring at that creepy plushie and do your job. Table 3 wants a beer.
That's Kaiki Showa, my coworker in charge of the floor, also 26. He clearly doesn't understand the appeal of Lemon-kaki in the slightest. Got it, 1 beer for table 3. I poured the beer quickly and placed it on the counter.
Even though you're a damn nerd, you're annoyingly good at your job.
The customer was a regular who didn't like beer foam, so I served it without. Remembering little details like that was just part of the job.
Hey there. Looks like business is booming again. I'll have the usual.
The woman who just sat at the counter was Sarah Mikuni, another frequent regular. She was a natural beauty with an easygoing personality, someone the male staff admired as completely out of their league. Welcome, Sarah-san. Your usual, Villafranca lemon sour. Trying to act a little cool, I set the drink down, though my hand trembled slightly. The time I got to spend with Sarah-san at the counter was my happiest moment.
The acidity isn't too strong, making it the perfect drink after work.
I'm really glad you enjoy it. I had created my own original lemon sours using 3 different varieties of Hiroshima lemons. Lisbon, Eureka, and Villafranca, each with unique flavors. I even offered a tasting set so customers can compare them. They have been well received.
Kumano-san, can I ask you something?
Of course, what is it?
You see, I've always followed idol groups like Sakamichi series and K-pop groups, but lately I've started getting bored.
Huh? Really?
I want to support a group that's still on the rise, something fresh. Do you know any up-and-coming idols?
I had no idea Sarah-san was such a devoted idol fan. This was the perfect opportunity. I had the ideal local idol group to recommend. There's a group from my hometown in Hiroshima. You like lemons, right, Sarah-san?
Wait, what do idols have to do with lemons?
I pulled out my phone and showed her a picture of Setochu Lemon Squash, a 3-member idol group. Each member was named after a different variety of local lemons, Lisbon, Eureka, and Villafranca. They were formed to promote Hiroshima's lemon industry. It's a small community-based idol group. Actually, my lemon sours were inspired by them. I was worried they might be too obscure, but Sarah-san's reaction was beyond my expectations.
Oh wow, they're adorable! Especially Villafranca-chan. She's totally my type.
Really? I'm so glad you like them. I've been cheering for them for a long time. They barely hold any events in Tokyo, but would you like to support them together?
Absolutely. I like your taste, Kumano-san. I figured you had a bit of an otaku streak. but I didn't think you were this deep into idols. All right then, I'll have another Billafranca lemon sour.
After discovering Setochi Lemon Squash, Sarah-san started visiting the bar even more frequently. The time we spent chatting at the counter was the best part of my day. But I could tell it was rubbing some of my coworkers the wrong way, especially this guy.
Hey, nerd. Just because you got a little closer to Sarah-san doesn't mean you can get cocky. 2 Eurekas.
I'm not getting cocky. Here, 2 Eureka Lemon Sours. Kaiki's pettiness was exhausting, but thanks to Sarah-san, I had all the motivation I needed.
Big bro, I'm coming to Tokyo soon. Can I crash at your place for about a week?
One night after work, I got a call from my little sister. Of course. Wait, does this mean you made it?
Yeah, I did.
That's awesome! Congratulations! You can stay as long as you want. I'll even prepare a celebration. I had always supported my sister's dream, so this news had me over the moon. I couldn't wait for the day she arrived.
Hey, Kumano-san, I'm kind of nervous about going to this event alone. Could you come with me?
A few days later, as she sipped her usual lemon sour at the counter, Sarah-san made a request. The event was an idol showcase featuring Setochi Lemon Squash's first ever live performance in Tokyo. Of course. You really want me to go?
Obviously, having a seasoned fan like you with me would be reassuring.
And so, we decided to attend the mini-live together. Wait, is this a date? No, calm down, me. Sarah-san is here for the idols, not for me.
Lemon juice splash! Ah! Kumano-san, wait! The lemon! You just made it explode all over!
I was basically on the same level as that unofficial pear-shaped mascot from another prefecture.
Thank you both for coming today! We're Setochi Lemon Squash, all the way from Hiroshima! This is our first time performing in Tokyo, so we're a little nervous, but we hope you enjoy the show. Now please, listen to our next song, In Love with Momichi Manju.
The 3 members gave it their all, their sincerity striking a chord with the audience. The venue was small, but the energy was electric. Sarah-san and I were completely immersed in the performance.
That was amazing! Especially Billafranca-chan. Her voice really hit me.
Thanks.
Huh? Why are you thanking me?
Keeping this secret any longer felt dishonest, so I finally decided to tell her the truth. Billafranca is Kumano Rio. She's my sister.
Huh? Wait, what? That's why you've been supporting them?
I couldn't say anything and just nodded. Sarah-san's eyes widened in shock before she suddenly burst into laughter.
Why didn't you tell me sooner? Now that you mention it, you do look alike. Well, any idol I've supported has never failed to make it big, so rest assured.
I apologized for keeping it a secret and thanked her again for cheering Rio on.
Big Bell, I'm home!
After parting with Sarah-san, I returned home, only to hear the doorbell ring soon after. Welcome back, Rio. Your live was incredible.
Thanks. But I did mess up a few lyrics, and that's your fault, big bro.
Huh? Wait, why my fault?
Because you were sitting next to a beautiful woman. I could see everything from the stage, you know. You two were waving my glow sticks together, so of course I got flustered. Why didn't you tell me beforehand?
It's not like that. She's just a regular at the bar. We happen to bond over idols.
Oh, not like that, huh? Then let me meet her. I still have a few days before I go back to Hiroshima. Please, please, please!
Rio has always been stubborn when she wants something. Once she sets her mind on something, she won't let go. When I texted Sarah-san, she instantly replied, I'd love to meet her.
Yay! I'm so excited now!
But aren't you supposed to avoid unnecessary outings while in Tokyo? Your agency must be strict about that. Rio was given a special exception to stay at my place for a week, but her movements were still restricted.
Well, I'm not that famous yet, but they're just being careful. Then let's invite her over. I'll cook my best dishes and we can have a party.
I told you, she's not my girlfriend. The next evening, on our bar's day off, Sarah-san arrived at my apartment looking like a timid kitten.
Thank you for having me.
Good evening. Just as I closed the door, Rio, who had been hiding behind me, suddenly popped out.
Thank you for always taking care of my brother. I'm Kumono Rio, also known as Villafranca. Holy, the real deal? I'm Sarah Mikuni. Thank you for having me today. Mikuni-san, no need for formalities. It's a small place, but come in.
Hey Rio, that's my line.
Oh, whatever.
Rio grabbed Sarah-san's hand and led her straight into the living room.
My idol just personally invited me into her home.
Both of them were natural social butterflies. It didn't take long for Sarah-san to feel at home.
What is this? It's amazing. I've never had okonomiyaki this good before.
Once Mikuni-san was seated, Rio immediately got to work on the hot plate, making her specialty Hiroshima-style okonomiyaki.
I squeezed a little lemon juice into the sauce for a refreshing finish. And of course, the lemon is none other than Hiroshima-grown Villafranca.
Rio threw in a perfect idol-style pose as she said it. She really knew how to sell herself.
She's cute, she's considerate, and she can cook. My idol instincts were right all along. And on top of that, I get to eat a meal made by my Oshi. How do I survive this level of Oshification?
Sarah-san, calm down? Mikuni devoured Ryo's okonomiyaki in no time.
Oh, you're using a lemon kaki strap.
Ryo's eyes lit up when she spotted it on Sarah-san's phone.
It's the perfect balance of creepy and cute. Kumano-san told me you designed it, right? Yep, I won Hiroshima Zero Chara contest with it. At the award ceremony, an agency rep scouted me, and that's how I made my idol debut. That's why Lemon Kaki always joins us on stage. That's so cool. There's no other idol group that constantly performs with a Yurachara. It's really unique. Thanks. I thought about following my brother's path and supporting Hiroshima from Tokyo, but since I was scouted, I figured it was fate. So I've decided to stay in Hiroshima and dedicate my career to promoting my hometown. I'll still visit Tokyo sometimes. Mikuni-san, will you meet up with me again? Of course, I'd love to. Yay! Then here, a super rare, one-of-a-kind gift.
Rio pulled out a lemokaki muffler towel. What's that? I've never seen that before.
It was a prototype, but we scrapped it due to budget constraints. So this is the only one in existence. Wait, and I get to have it? Yep, I want you to have it, Mikuni-san. Bring it to our next live with my brother, okay?
Mikuni's eyes shimmered as she hugged the towel. The okonomiyaki party had turned into an impromptu special event.
That Kumano family okonomiyaki was amazing! You should add it to the bar's menu.
A few days later, Mikuni showed up at the bar, raving about the meal at full volume. Now everyone knew she and I had met up outside of work.
You're grinning again. I refuse to accept this. 2 Lisbons.
Smiling is part of customer service. Here, 2 Lisbon lemon sours. Enjoy! As usual, Showa and Kaiki grumbled while looking for any chance to interrupt our conversation.
Sorry, did you wait long?
I just got here myself. Rio's off buying some souvenirs. On the day Rio was returning to Hiroshima, I invited Sarah-san to join us for coffee before we saw her off at Tokyo Station.
I'm gonna miss her. We only hung out twice. Once at the live, once at the okonomiyaki party. I think I'm already experiencing Villafranca withdrawal.
Sarah Mikuni-san!
Our conversation was cut short as Showa and Kaiki suddenly appeared at her table.
Huh? What are you doing here?
Judging by his smug face, he had overheard our plans at the bar and followed us here.
Sarah-san, why are you hanging out with this guy?
Because we made plans?
This loser spends all his money on lame hobbies. If you don't actually like him, you should say so. Look at this ridiculous plushie. What kind of grown man walks around with something like this?
Kaiki yanked my phone strap off and threw Lemokaki to the ground.
Hey, what the hell?
This guy, he knew where we were meeting, yet he still doesn't understand our interests? Even as his rival, I was stunned by his sheer ignorance.
Sirisan, my hobbies are bikes, mahjong, and booze. I'm the embodiment of peak masculinity. I was rocking this classic Showa era style before it was trendy again. Wouldn't you prefer a real man over some loser who collects creepy dolls? So how about it? Why don't we...
Cut it out!
Sirisan stood up and snapped. I had never heard her raise her voice like that before.
Enough with your lame hobby flexing. Everyone has their own interests. Nobody has the right to judge what's good or bad, and I don't need your opinion on my tastes. Oh, and in case you didn't know,
She started digging through her bag. Kaiki swallowed nervously, waiting to see what she would pull out. Then,
I love this character too. Got a problem with that?
Rio pulled a bright yellow muffler towel from her bag. Lemokaki's special towel, the one she had given Mikuni.
Wait, no way. Someone like Sirisan shares the same hobby as this creepy otaku?
And for your information, it's not a creepy doll. It's the adorably quirky mascot Lemon Kaki. Get it right.
Kaiki, stunned by the unexpected revelation about the woman he had been trying to impress, visibly paled.
Sorry for the wait. Mikuni-san, yay, it's you. Ryo-chan.
Carrying bags full of souvenirs, Rio finally arrived. Mikuni's expression instantly brightened. Just as I started to relax, Rio's sharp gaze landed on Kaiki.
Huh? Who is this guy looking as pale as Stitch?
Who the hell are you calling Stitch? I don't go berserk from drinking coffee.
He's my coworker. He just happened to show up uninvited.
So you're my brother's coworker.
Rio slid her sunglasses down her nose, sizing up Kaiki.
Wait, his sister? No way. Kamano has such a cute little sister?
Kaiki instantly shifted gears. He had already set his sights on Rio. This guy was unbelievably shallow.
Hey, sweetheart, did you know there's a massive Showa era revival going on? It's the trend right now.
Never heard of it. But more importantly, why is my lemon kaki lying on the ground?
Rio pointed at the Lemokaki plushie that Kaiki had thrown earlier. Her sharp instincts had already picked up on what had happened between him and Mikuni.
Wait, you designed that?
Hey, Kamano! How could you drop something so important? Kaiki panicked, quickly picking up the Lemokaki plushie, dusting it off and shoving it back at me.
Oh, so you like lemon kaki too?
Of course, it's that, egg plushie, right? Ever since Kamano and Sarasan told me about it, I've been a huge fan.
An egg?
Yeah, no way he's a fan. Mikuni and I exchanged knowing looks and chuckled. Meanwhile, Rio rummaged through her suitcase, searching for something.
All right. As a special treat, you get to wear this.
Rio pulled out a Lemokaki costume, full-sized.
No way, I can't possibly...
No need to be shy. You are a fan, right? Come on, hurry up.
Caught up in Rio's pace, Kaiki had no way to refuse. He reluctantly put on the costume.
Looking sharp, bro. Maybe you finally do look a little handsome now.
The cafe patrons, who had been watching quietly, erupted into laughter. All eyes were now on the Lemokaki knockoff. Kaiki had thought that wearing a costume would keep him anonymous. But what Rio had pulled out wasn't the standard mascot suit. It was a prototype made for cosplay events like Halloween.
Can I take this off now? This is embarrassing.
Nope. You said you were a fan, right? Help us promote it a little.
Being in a busy open cafe along a major street, he stood out way too much. The growing crowd only made things worse.
Whoa, the secret guy inside!
Everyone murmured excitedly, snapping photos and videos of Kaiki in the Lemokaki suit.
No, I'm not the guy inside. Stop filming me!
Kaiki's humiliating photos and videos spread across social media. Within hours, he was everywhere. People even identified our bar, and curious visitors started pouring in.
Stop filming! I'm not a mascot actor! Cut it out already!
Kaiki hated it, but the surge in business had her boss thrilled. And in the end, Lemon-Kaki's popularity skyrocketed, just as Rio had planned. Months later, Setouchi Lemon Squash had grown in popularity across the country. And now, they have finally secured a spot on the prestigious live music show that every artist dreamed of appearing on.
Watching this live makes me nervous too.
Yeah, but knowing Rio, she'll pull it off just fine. Since Rio was joining us after the show, I'd invited Sura-san over to watch the live broadcast at my place.
Next up, Setouchi Lemon Squash. Villafranca-san, we heard you've got something on your mind lately.
Yes, actually. My brother has someone he likes, but he's been dragging his feet and won't confess. Oni-chan, I know you're watching. If you don't make a move soon, she's gonna lose interest.
The host burst into laughter, the studio filled with warm amusement. But in her living room, the air froze solid.
Stop it! Neo-chan, oh my god!
Mikuni, her face burning red, barely managed to squeeze out a sentence. This was it. Sarah-san, no! Mikuni-san! I love you! Please go out with me!
Yes, of course!
Thanks to Rio, no, thanks to Villafranca and Lemon-Kaki, I had finally confessed. On the screen, Rio and Lemon-Kaki danced energetically, unfazed by the live broadcast. They had brought us together. From now on, I'd support them with everything I had.